letting Hype C know that I'm live. I'm gonna let my girlfriend know. I'm trying to see if it's showing me live, like what's going on. It just got weird. So hold on, you guys. See, this is, wait, I think I already, Lord, did it already go live? Oh, it might be. Yes. Let me go and cut this music down back here. I just realized it's live here, but it's not live on Hype C. So just give me a second, you guys. I'm trying to work this out. Okay, now I can hit, okay, I'm live now. I'm live now. Okay. All right, let's party. That was weird. Very strange. Okay. Okay. I think I'm actually live. Yes, it looks like things are going. Woo! We are officially live. Much love to everyone. Much love. Yes. Blessings. I always like to give a welcome message. Okay. Here we go. All right. There we go. All right. Much love, much love. Thank you so much for your patience with me as I got everything together for going live tonight. And I don't know what it is, but I feel a little bit discombobulated tonight. I'm going to warn you before I get started that I do feel a little discombobulated. Uranus is retrograde. Saturn, my chart ruler, is retrograde. Neptune is retrograde. Pluto is retrograde. Of course, the North Node is retrograde, and Chiron is retrograde. Yeah, everything is going backwards. I feel like I'm, Now, before we get started on 9/11, because we are going to talk about that, and why I actually feel the way I do, but, you know, wow, I don't know where to go. I'm going to start with the 999 portal. Let's start there, okay? Because if I start there, then everything I say will make sense, okay? So to begin with, I'm coming on Thursday when I usually come live on Wednesday, right? I didn't come yesterday, not because of what happened, but because I was sick. I was sick from 9/7, or at least 9/8. 9/9, I thought I was going to die. Okay. 9/9/9, because everyone forgets that we're in a 9 year. 2025, 2025 is 9. On 9/9/9, which is rare, we just had it for real. I felt like I was going to die. When I woke up, well, before I even went to bed, like the night before, because we had a party I think on the 6th or 7th anyway. So from the 7th on, I was just like barfing, going to the bathroom, and I could not stop. Like on 9, I should have probably went to ER, but I didn't. I just felt like there's going to be an end to this. And that's the word, end. 999 was an ending, a very celestial, magical, metaphysical ending. I don't know what exactly ended for me personally that day. I hopefully whatever bug I had in my stomach went away after, whatever I was suffering through. But things literally ended. It was an end on 999, and the next day was a new beginning. Now, I'm going to say what I'm going to say. On the new beginning, the very next day, 9:10, we saw someone assassinated before our eyes. If you haven't seen the video, it's on TikTok. I've seen it. I literally saw it. I was trying to explain it to my daughter, and I'm like, she's like, Mom, is he dead? And I'm like, honey, he was talking, and then his neck went over and the blood squirts out. Of course he's dead. I knew. Like, come on. It's a piece of his, I'm traumatized. Now, as an astrologer, I hate to say I knew it was coming. If you go back and look at my videos, especially around October, I said all I saw was darkness if a certain person was elected. I don't even know if it's so much to do with the person, it's just the path. There was a particular path I think we were supposed to go, and we didn't go down that path. And because we did not go down that path, I think we're going to see more mortification. I've turned my TV off. I made a post on Facebook, turn the TV off. Like Kendrick Lamar said, turn the TV off, turn it off. It's only going to make it worse, because I think a lot of us are in shock. And there's mortification, for sure. As a person who is on the internet, it's also kind of weird because you don't know what you can say. You don't know what kind of crazy is out there looking at you like, I don't like that. You saw me making all those videos last week about people and enemies and haters, and it was a weird week, okay? I've posted about this on Facebook about the retrograde of Neptune and Pluto. Why? Because this retrograde of Neptune and Pluto is exposing false friends. Pluto's in Aquarius, friends. Neptune's in Aries, the personality, the false front, the personality, the representative. And it's false face, false fronts, false friends. All kind of stuff is coming out of the woodwork, all kind of information. And we've got Neptune and Saturn in Aries anyway. Every time they go there, there's something like this. We got Uranus in Gemini. The last time it was there was World War II. And before that's the Civil War. We've got Pluto in Aquarius. I've told you that was about revolution. What do you think? I'm joking with y'all? When we start to see these planets play out in reality, it is frightening because the worst of the predictions are occurring. There, like I said, we had several paths we could have went. We chose the dark road, and we're on the dark road. This new beginning was almost like the trumpet sound. This is the dark path. Now, politics, I don't care. It has nothing to do with it. This is mortifying. I don't care about the politics. That's man-made. And that's the other thing I've been telling people, please, these things when people are talking about parties and politics and left and right and conservative and liberal and child, those are labels. Those are man-made labels. Those are false narrative labels to confuse you about what's really going on. Let's deal with what's really going on. This is a good and evil scenario, y'all. It's also about, I think, freedom of speech. I think that's part of it. Pluto in Aquarius tends to want freedom and revolutionaries and stuff like that. Neptune in Aries, childish, false belief systems. Cults are possible. Somebody doing something they thought was right, but was horribly wrong. Beyond words. Not because of anything to do with who the person was. That has nothing to do with it. That just should never happen to anyone. I can't even fathom what his children are going to go through. And with Neptune and Saturn and Aries, they're scarred for life, I'm sure. It's going to take a while, if ever, for those children, for that child. I think it was one child that saw it. Anyway, you guys, this is,
Need a new mattress, but confused by all the
I don't
choices?
understand why that is occurring. I'm so mortified because that shouldn't have occurred. But
Easy. Our sleep experts
look,
have the
this let me hit.
you with a perfect.
That's so embarrassing. They put their commercial over my live. I'm at astro.com. I haven't even started yet with astro.com, but it decided it wanted to butt in there. Anyway, it's serious, right? These planets are heavy. I think anytime we're talking about Saturn retrograding, it's going to be heavy anyway. And Pluto retrograding, it's going to be heavy. I mean, these are really heavy planets. And then when Uranus, this, I believe, went, this past week, this has been a really hard week, you guys. So, like I said, turn the TV off. If you need to take time, relax, pray, get back in touch with, reality, cry. I don't know what you need to do. But however you need to let it out, let it out. Okay? Let it out. And I'm praying that people don't take it out on each other. I had saw on TikTok that HBCUs, the black colleges were shutting down, like they're scared. And the saddest part of this scenario is that this happened in, excuse my expression, but white man Utah. This ain't have nothing to do with black folks, y'all. Nothing. This is not our fight. Regardless of the person who was harmed, this happened in a place where that is not most likely the scenario. It's a very, I told you guys I'm Mormon. It happened in Mormon country, okay? So I'm shocked. I'm shocked over that even, but, and I'm gonna say something. No, I won't say it. But my daughter brought to mind the first chapters of scripture in the Book of Mormon about something about this in a way. And we wonder if the person who shot was that, because it's Utah. So it'll be interesting to find out more about it. The suspect that they've been flashing on TikTok seems to be a younger gentleman who is wearing like an America t-shirt with a gun on it. So I think this has something to do with the gun association this young, Charlie had with guns. And he was very well known with guns. What is so strange about this is Saturn in Aries. Neptune in Aries, false belief systems, and Saturn in Aries. This restriction of this, or this constriction, or this issue, right, with violence. Aries is always violence of some, or attack, or bravery, or like army, or, military. Someone, I think, who trained for a while for this moment, perhaps involved in that NRA or gun battle, because they've been battling over guns for a while. Anyway, I want to point out where the planets are today, and I pray that we're going to ease our way out of what we've been through. I think a lot of us are really traumatized, really, from the election, from the job losses, from the possible reality that there's someone who may not actually be our president running our country, from ICE taking on almost the appearance of the SS, the disappearance of people, fear, poverty, attack on the poor, and now an open assassinations. I mean, we've seen what the National Guards. I've seen the most atrocities in the last 8 months that I think I've seen my whole life. And I'm 62. It's not normal. And I think too many people have been normalizing it. And I think today was a wake-up call, or yesterday was a wake-up call. It was a restart. It was wake up, look at this. This is not normal. This is not normal, you guys. We have tried to normalize something that's not normal. And this is what happened. Now, today, let's talk about 9/11 today. What a day to memorialize 9/11 and what had happened. I did turn the TV off. I just couldn't. I couldn't with whatever the mainstream media was going to do. I just didn't want to go there. I couldn't, okay? I lived in New Jersey during 9/11. I remember on 9/11 rushing to my daughter's high school to pull her out. I think she was like in 7th or 8th grade. And me and a couple of other mothers ended up in the school at the same time demanding our children. Because if we were going to die that day, I wanted to die with my kid, or doing my damnedest to keep her protected. There was a freaking plane flying around over New Jersey and Pennsylvania for like an hour or two, well after the towers fell. And they were like telling us they're flying around. And I'm like, oh, hell, that could fall on my kid's school. I'm going to get my kid. So I remember when I got there, another girl, Kathy, was there to pick up her kids. And I spent that day with my daughter. I spent that day loving on my daughter. Okay, because that was a day when I realized that could have been our last day. It took them a minute before that plane was flying around over our heads for a while. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I loved up on my kid. And I'll never forget 9/11 as long as I live. It was horrible. It was the fear, especially where I live because of the plane, up there. I mean, they've made movies and Hollywoodized the experience of the plane. But it was horrible for the people down below, knowing the plane's flying around, It's already crashed in the buildings that were sacred to us. So it was a very frightening time, very frightening. And I remember the job I worked at as a result, it ended up closing because we had a business like Chubb and Son and Cooper's and Libra, and they were all in the Twin Towers. We lost almost all of our business out of there. And that's horrible because we were looking at it as our jobs because the company ended up shutting down. But the reality is those people might just have been gone. It was a horrible day. So let's talk about where the planets are now. And I just wanted to give the memorial to 9/11. I don't like staying there because I will start crying. It's one of those moments. I think it changed us as a nation also. Me and my daughter talk a lot about what we think that might be the time when racism decided to come back. A lot of people forget that was the time when they started going after Muslims really bad. Anybody with a turban or anything on their head. It was bad. I don't know if people remember. It was bad. And it's been kind of weird ever since. So I think that was kind of the return of it. Before that, anything that was that overt was kind of kept under wraps for the most part. But after 9/11, it got kind of weird here. It got kind of weird. So, we're still under that umbrella of 999. I think it ends, tomorrow or day after? I think the 13th. So until the 13th, or 15th, I think, just be careful. We're in this restart, this new beginning. There's these endings, real endings, like truly. And I think we have to be cognizant of that, what we're doing, how we're taking care of ourselves, what we're putting into the universe. One of the things that I put out and said on Facebook is that we have to be really aware of the words. Excuse me. We have to be really aware of the words that we're saying. Okay? Excuse me. And the reason I say that is because I had this quote from Charlie Kirk. And I don't want to misquote him, so I'll find it really quick while we're talking. And because I want to say what he said and not what my mind thinks he said, because I do that. I'm old. I'll go and quote it the way I hear it in my head instead of the way he quoted it, and I don't want to do that. What he said was, I can't stand the word empathy. Actually, I think empathy is a made-up New Age term, and it does a lot of damage. Now, I think what's saddest about that post is that I believe it was said in the context of having empathy for those who were killed by gun violence. Also, I saw on TikTok the last word he said was violence. And it makes me so aware of the power of words. The power we have, like what we put into this universe, like what are we putting in as words? Because we might get that back. I reminded my daughter of another incident, and I can't remember the name of the rapper, but years ago, there was this guy who was a rapper. This is a true story. I swear, go find it. I can't remember his name. And his song, his hit song, his one hit wonder was, I like that. I like that. Bring that back. Where the money at? I like that. This sucker got high one night and poked out his eye. He took out his eye. I like that. Our words are magic. Our words are magic. When magical spells are made, they're using words. Words. Please be so cautious about the words. It's the words. On this YouTube channel, I think I've got another version I'm going to add, but I've got at least 2 versions, maybe 3 versions of me singing. My daughter-in-law, my daughter and I are happy, healthy millionaires. My daughter and I are happy, healthy millionaires, right? Or the cancel, clear, delete song, right? It's because I want to say that. I want my daughter to be healthy. My daughter's been sick as a dog. But after saying she was healthy, she started getting a little bit better. Not that she miraculously healed overnight or anything, but that fearful fear that I was feeling before I started singing that song started to dissipate. Someone had the nerve to get mad at me and go, some people think that, you know, you can heal, or something like you can heal things by magic just by saying words or something. Well, guys, I know it looks silly for me to just go around singing songs and saying it and thinking it's going to happen. Maybe, maybe not. But I could tell you something. Since I've been singing that song, for some reason, I could have bounced 10 times. 10. And the bank waived my bounce fee 10 times. That's $360. Can somebody call Miracle? Miracle. Honey, that's something's going on. My baby went out to a party. She was laid up in the bed dying. That's a miracle. Something's going on. Okay? There is no reason why I should not be in some serious. I saved a website again. How? Miracle, Lord. Y'all don't even understand. I got back new clients, Lord. Miracle. Do y'all hear me? These aren't big things, not yet, but it's building in frequency. The more I say it, my daughter and I are happy, healthy millionaires. My daughter and I are happy, healthy millionaires, right? I'm going to keep saying that mess. Cancel, clear, delete. Cancel, clear, delete. Cancel, clear, delete. All negativity. Cancel, clear, delete. Cancel, clear, delete. Cancel, clear, delete. Remove that ish from me. Remove it. I don't want the negativity. I don't want the ish. All I want is to be happy, healthy, and a millionaire. Because I don't want to worry about my bills. I don't want to worry about where my next client is coming from. I don't want to have nobody have to take care of me. I don't want somebody lording it over me that I don't got enough. So my daughter and I are happy, healthy millionaires. I want to put into the universe so I don't have to worry about those things. There's nothing worse than being worried about your basic ability, living expenses, those type of things. So now this brings me to where we are with the planets. I've threatened to get to the planets 3 times. So let's talk about these planets. When I saw these, I thought, oh yeah, we're talking about life and death and all of that. Right now, the sun's at 19 degrees of Virgo. The moon's at 19 degrees of Taurus, trine. Mercury's at 18 degrees of Virgo, trine to the moon, conjunct the sun. Now, that sets up a very interesting picture, doesn't it? With the trine to the sun and the moon. But then we've got Jupiter at 19 degrees of Cancer, which is sextile the sun and sextile the moon and sextile Mercury. Flow. Look, this stuff is in flow right now. There's a lot of flow going on. You think I'm joking? So we got that 19 degrees of Cancer. We also got 19 degrees of Pisces. So Pisces is trine Cancer. So we've got another trine. That does set up an opposition with the Virgo. And I think we've got a yod, if I'm not mistaken. We might have the hand of God. And you know, it's funny when you look at something like the hand of God, and it makes you wonder why. What was the, the message? Now, when I look at the missing planets in this scenario, Capricorn's not there and Scorpio's not there. Otherwise, we would have a grand sextile. And this is actually making a grand sextile in my horoscope. Let me tell you guys, I have to just say that I'm so relaxed today. I've already eaten an entire pot of spaghetti. I kid you not. I'm so relaxed. Why? Because the moon's in Taurus. My moon was in Taurus at birth, okay? My moon is at 17.51 degrees. In other words, the moon is sitting on my moon. I've been so lazy. On top of that, my ascendant is at 17.44 Capricorn. In other words, my Capricorn is in trine with everything. And I'm in a grand trine by birth with Virgo and Taurus. I'm so lazy. It's amazing I came here today. Well, here's what I can tell you. When you are dealing with something like a grand trine in your own horoscope, dealing with the sun and moon, first of all, like I said, it does make you lazy and it does make you greedy. I was once 500 pounds. Please be aware or beware of eating too much. Also, the ability to, you're not very motivated. It does take away the motivation. It's easier to just sit back and Netflix. I had to turn the TV off. So if you are someone, especially if you're a Scorpio, or your sun at 18 degrees or something, but you might have to turn the TV off because the urge to just sit back and Netflix and eat and just chill or drink or whatever it is. Don't forget, we've got Jupiter in Cancer and North Node in Pisces. That's drinking. So, and the moon in Taurus, that's eating and drinking. Some people are partying. They starting a weekend early. Y'all starting a weekend early. Anyway, I wanted to tell you guys about that because I thought it was kind of cute. But look, we also have Venus at Leo, in Leo at 21 degrees. And Venus is squaring the moon right now. So some people, I wouldn't, if you're in a relationship, I mean, that might be good. That might be good. Squares are good when it comes to bedroom things. Anyway, it is late night. I can say what I want to say. I mean, if you want to have a good, bedroom experience, you want some squares. I'm just saying. Yeah, we got Mars at 23 degrees of Libra, which is making a sextile to Venus. Mars sextile Venus is really sexy. It's really good. If you're meeting somebody, it might be good. Here's the thing though, we've got Jupiter in Cancer, and that is square this Mars. So I don't like that Jupiter square Cancer. That might not work out. That's something I think that would cause a problem anyway. And then we've got all the planets at 1 degree. We got Uranus at 1 degree retrograde. We got Neptune at 1 degree retrograde in Aries. Uranus in Gemini, by the way, and Pluto at 1 degree retrograde in Aquarius. And I blame those planets for Charlie. Those are the issue there. These are what I don't like saying the word, but these are the killer placements. Okay. Uranus in Gemini, World War II, Civil War. Neptune Aries, Civil War. Pluto in Aquarius, French Revolution. We're not getting anything good at with this triple sec. Okay. This is not a good thing. I I don't, especially right now when they're all retrograde. Because they only got 1 degree. So now they're going to backtrack over that one little bit of degree, which is basically the last 8 months we've just endured, to put us what, through it again? Hopefully. Now, it had been predicted by someone some time ago that someone would get elected, they would get in office, and then it would get reversed. Now, I'm not sure if that's going to happen. I'm just saying that was something I heard some time ago. Anyway, this has been Where the Planets Are. This is Adrian, Capricorn Tigress of Astrology, a look inside. Let's talk a little bit about some things that might be affecting you. One of the things I didn't do, I've got 2 other shows I want to do. So I don't want to mix and match those shows with this show. Okay, it's so silly. But I am going to talk to you about Uranus retrograde. I've got a whole show I've got planned for that. And I also want to talk to you about some of the other things going on. But what I forgot to do, what I couldn't do because I was so sick, and why I sat here and whined about it for so long, was I forgot to do anything for the full moon in Pluto. And although we are going back to a new moon in Virgo in just a few days, well, on the 21st, 10 days. We've got 10 more days of this full moon in Pisces experience. So I want to give you guys at least some kind of vibe of what you can expect over the next 10 days. Because basically the new moon in Virgo, I already told y'all what that is about. Y'all already know what that Virgo is. What is this Pluto? I keep saying Pluto. It's Pisces full moon. Let's see with Virgo. I'm using the Angel Answers deck. We're going to make these quick, to the point, painless oracle messages, okay? And that way, I can just tell you whatever the cards want to tell you, and that is it. What cards come out are the cards that come out. What message comes out is the message that comes out. What I tell you is what I tell you. Don't get smart with me, y'all. This is all I'm giving y'all. No, I'm just being smart. I am on Hype C right now. And a shout out to anybody at hypec.com. And I put that there because if you are not on our YouTube channel and you want to get a reading from me, you can do that by ordering a reading, and I will record that reading for you. Especially if you don't want me to do it live where everyone can hear it. I'll record it for you and send it to you, okay? So these are the cards that came out for the sign of Virgo. I was talking the whole time, trying to get Virgo to give me more information, and it didn't want to give me nothing. This is what it gave me. Okay. So Virgo, this is the message for Virgo. And before I even show the message, I just want to see if anyone has been with me at all tonight. Looks like I'm still by myself. That's okay. When I go sudden and just start recording out of the blue, I don't expect much, right? I just expect to come share whatever it is I'm going to share, and that's it. So look, Virgo, this is your message within the next few months. No. Unlikely. If you believe. Yes. What kind of message was that? Virgo, what do y'all got going on? Within the next few months? No. Unlikely. If you believe. Yes. So I'm thinking only a Virgo will know what the no is to. What question were you asking yourself? Or did you think I was going to ask? Or were you asking? Or would you ask? Because there was no, unlikely. If you believe, yes. Okay, that's your message. I just can't believe all the unlikelies and no's all got together just to tell you that message during Virgo season. No. Like, well, nope. But when the next few months, maybe, I don't know. It's unlikely. That was your message. So let's see what we're going to tell the sign of Libra. It's interesting, right? Very interesting. Very interesting. So Libra, what message is coming out for Libra? And I wanted to do like I haven't done them in a while, my intuitive messages. I want to record them because it takes so long when I close my eyes, and I think that's frustrating for y'all. And I don't want to make people wait for that. So I'll record those and I'll upload those because I don't think I've done those in a while. And I'll just do that for people. So this is what you got, Virgo. I'll start here, I guess. You got opportunity. Let go. Remain positive. Ask your angels. You're ready. A year from now, romance. Oh, Libra, isn't that a Libra reading? Libra, I can't believe romance popped up. Isn't that funny? Romance a year from now, and you're ready. Ask your angels. Remain positive. Let go. There's an opportunity. And on the bottom of the deck, recovery. So if you're a Libra and you have not had romance, because it's obviously that entire reading was about Libra getting their romance. And there is nothing worse than a Libra without romance. So I think within a year from now, and it says you're ready, a year from now, there's this romance. So good luck to you. Okay, Libra. So let's see what we're going to tell the sign of Scorpio. Scorpio. Like I said, these are just little filler-in messages because I feel bad for not doing anything for Pisces season or Pisces full moon. And if really that full moon just got squished in between Virgo new moon anyway. So I think this is appropriate, just some oracle message just to see what the vibration is, the frequency is for it for people, you know. And to see what the cards want to tell you guys. So this is for Scorpio. Seeing what message comes out for Scorpio. Wow, that definitely wanted to come out for Scorpio. See what's going on, Scorpio. Wow, Scorpio, you had a lot of cards. So this is what came out. I don't know if looks like the directions are different, but it started with forgiveness, Scorpio. Forgiveness. Who do you need to forgive? And trust. So I feel like Scorpio needs to forgive someone that they have not been trusting. You need to let go of something. Oh, some Scorpios. You know, the last reading I did for Scorpio, they were fighting. The fighting card was sideways. So I feel like this is a continuing message or clarification. Whoever you're fighting with, let it go. Trust. Forgiveness. Reconsider. Take action. No is in reverse. Ask for help from others. The situation will improve. If you believe, look for a sign and choose a new direction. In other words, stop fighting. And I saw there's no need to worry. I don't know if that was in there on the bottom. It says opportunity, but no need to worry. Stop fighting. Whoever you are, whoever that Scorpio is, I just keep sensing that they've been in a battle. And I feel like the battle's been going on all month, Scorpio. It's time to let it go, right? Forgive, let go, trust again. Let it go. Whatever it is, reconsider this. I think you'll be blessed when you let it go. So, you know, you just got to forgive. That was your first card. Forgiveness. Okay. So let's see what we're going to tell Sagittarius. And I feel like some people are looking like, oh, is she doing tarot? No, she's just doing oracle. I'm going to leave. I'm not staying. She's just doing oracle. But you know what? That's okay, because first of all, this is just, it's just something special. I want to do something special for you today. And like I said, this is a really strange blood moon that got suppressed between two new moons of Virgo. It just happened to be, I think today is a good day because we're in Taurus. It's a Taurus moon today. So here's what we've got for Saggy, because a bunch of cards just came out, and I think this is it. So Sagittarius, within the next few months, perfect timing, wait, there's something better. A year from now, romance. Meditation brings answers, okay, Sagittarius? So a year from now, meditation brings answers. It's just not the right time now. Okay, not the right time. All right. So a year from now, expect some romance, because there's something better waiting for you. So just wait. I no matter what, I like that this was your message, because it's telling you to wait, don't give up, don't panic. Just because it's not working out the way you want it now doesn't mean it can't work out in the future the way it could or should or would. But you have to hold on and not give up. Gotta be patient. I don't know why I chose this hair today. It's my favorite hair, and it's so old, but I love it. So I like coming out like a wild woman, and I just can't help myself. I had to choose this hair. Capricorn, please tell me there's something else that wants to, this somewhat wants to, it was not coming out. Okay, there's something. Lord Capricorn. I think these turned over. Anything else? Capricorn always wants to be difficult. It never wants to do it the easy way. Like Capricorn, you could have just crossed the moat. Why you had to climb up that craggy hill? Okay, look, Cappy, this is what we got. It was not cooperating in the way I wanted it to cooperate. Okay, it's just doing its own little thing. So this is what you got, Capricorn. Within the next few weeks, yes, helpful people. Listen to your intuition, Capricorn. To get abundance. Hey, my darling, I have to help them millionaires. And I want about this unlikely after I celebrate. You're giving me my abundance, man. Give me my abundance. It does, after that, it does say ask for help from others. So maybe I have to go begging again. I hope not. That abundance is coming. I'm going to listen to my intuition. Capricorns, listen to your intuition, okay? And consult helpful people. And then you'll be able to get what you want. It says within the next few weeks. That's actually not bad, right? If we could do it within a few weeks' time. So what is it that you really want as far as abundance? Concentrate on what you want. I always tell people, concentrate on what you want, not what you don't want. So many of us do that. Like, we'll start concentrating on what we don't want. And that is going to bring in what we don't want. We've got to concentrate on what we want. When we concentrate on what we want, we're more likely to get what we want. When we concentrate on what we don't want, we're more likely to get what we don't want. That's the saddest part. It's funny. Aquarius, you only had a few cards. Choose a new direction. listen to your intuition is up to you. Recovery. And on the bottom of the deck, peaceful resolution. So that was pretty, it's really peaceful. It's all about resolution, recovery. It's up to you, listening to your intuition, choosing a new direction, and doing what works for you. Okay, Aquarius? Doing what I think whenever it comes to Aquarius, it's all about independence anyway. Like, I feel like whenever you're not choosing the most independent road, I don't think you're on the right road. Because I really feel like the soul of Aquarius is independence and freedom. I was talking to my daughter about the fact that I'm kind of always been that 12th monkey. Like, I've never really fit in like that. I've always been someone who never gave in to peer pressure. And the moment I felt peer pressure, I balk at peer pressure. I'm really against it, very much so. And not everyone is. Most people rather fit in. They don't realize it. Some people think they're being individualistic, but they're not. They'll cave in. They want to fit in. I think maybe because I spent so many years of being a social outcast, I just gotten accustomed to being a social outcast. Isn't that weird? And that's not good. I don't think that's anything to be proud about, but I do think it's taught me how to stand on my own as far as individualism and not caving in to fit in. Because a lot of us cave in to fit in. Like, we don't want to be, the unpopular family in the neighborhood or whatever. It's just seems to be part of the human experience. But I was talking to my daughter and she's like, no, Mom, you're kind of rare here. This is a little bit of the rare thing. Not as normal as you think. So I've been shuffling for a minute. And I'm sorry, Pisces, you only got 2 cards. I love them. You got opportunity. Remain positive. The only 2 cards. And you heard me shuffling and talking, trying to fill up the time. Nothing was coming out. You're ready. You're ready for this opportunity. So remain positive. Oh my gosh, Pisces. 2 cards, the best reading of all so far. Remain positive, Pisces, okay? Because you got this opportunity coming. It obviously wants to come to you. That was a very specific, like, the cards could have gave me anything. They chose to give me them. So let's see what we're telling Aries. What are we telling Aries? Like, what's going on, Aries? I have a feeling Aries has a very special message. Does anyone know what sign Charlie was? Charlie Kirk? I've been wondering about. I have not looked it up yet. I'll do that maybe after I finish with the cards. I just wanted to do something for you guys. That's all. Nothing's fancy today. I think we're all just a little bit. Like I said, I feel traumatized. Still in shock, I think. It's not anything I ever want to get accustomed to or feel again. It's, I think we're all going through something. And it's weird. So, whew. Anyway, that's what we've got for Taurus. Or are we on Aries? We're on Taurus, if I'm not mistaken. Or is this Aries? I think this is Taurus. Anyway, trust. Okay, trust. Abundance. Trust abundance. Maybe it is Aries. I'm not sure. Trust abundance. Ask for help from others. Unlikely. Yes. Take action if you believe. So I love that. You have to trust. You have to trust. What they say, trust and believe. You have to trust and believe and take action. Okay. But this abundance is possible if you take action and if you ask for help from others within the next few months. Within the next few months. Okay. So let's see what we're gonna. I can't remember if that was for Taurus or Aries. So we're going to actually do it again for Taurus. If that was Taurus before, I think that was Aries. That might have been a Taurus Aries person, a person with Aries rising or Aries sun or Taurus moon or something like that. But this is definitely Taurus this time that I'm doing for sure. I don't know what that was, so I just felt like I needed to do it again just to clarify for Taurus. For sure, this is Taurus. And I'll find out when I look at their, later. Like, was that Taurus? Or was that a combination? Like, who was that one for? That last one. Okay, so Taurus, I think this is all you got. And it says yes. Choose a new direction, Taurus. Unlikely. There's something better. That was a very specific message. It wants you to go a new direction. For romance, both Libra and Taurus, ruled by Venus, got romance. Isn't that funny? Wow. I love it. I love it. So strange. So me and my deck talk. Probably, I don't know if everyone talks to their angel answers deck, but I do. We've developed a relationship over the years, so I think that's what's happening. So we're on to the sign of Gemini. We're down on Gemini. If you're a Gemini rising, Gemini moon, whatever I tell you right now, this is going to pertain to you. So let's see what cards are going to come out for the sign of Gemini. I already see a confusing Gemini message. It said something like within the next few this and then that. I'm like, how can it be both? So it's probably a two-step message here. I'm going to tell you. There are still cards coming out. So let's see what else wants to come out. And one more shuffle. Let's try one more time. And oh, there's something. Okay. Anything else? Okay, I am seeing a lot here. Okay, I'm just scooping them all together because they came out everywhere, you guys. Okay, so the first card was big happy changes, Gemini. I feel like some Geminis are due for a change because Uranus just went retrograde in Gemini. So there are changes happening for Gemini right now and within the next few months. And it's true. This retrograde is going to last for the next few months. And definitely in the next few weeks, it's true. Because there are, I talked about it earlier, 4 or 5 planets retrograde right now. So the next card was, oh wow, this change is leading to success. Improving health. And a peaceful resolution. This is beautiful. Way better than I expected. Oh, and no was reversed. So even the no got blocked here. Now another one did come out. You had 2 no's in a row. One was in reverse. It says no trust. Trust. You've got to trust that this good is coming. I could tell you all day that good is coming. But if you don't believe it, you're blocking it. You're ready. You're ready for this good. You're ready for this. So trust that it can come to you, okay? Believe it. I feel like sometimes Geminis are so caught up in getting the details that it's hard for them to believe that their health is going to improve. They're going to be successful, right? They're going to have these big happy changes. They're like, well, who are you telling? I've been through this and that and that. I'm like, but the change is now. Uranus is in Gemini, retrograding now. So make that change. Okay? Good luck, Gemini. Good luck. So let's see what we're going to tell the sign of Cancer. And I told you guys, I'm just going really quick tonight. Just something. I just wanted to do something because I miss those full moon and Pisces readings. And I'm about to give you guys some more information for the signs, but that's going to be dealing with the planets more than anything else. So this is a nice little oracle reading just to give you an idea what might happen over the next 10 days, right? How you might be affected over the next 10 days. So let's see. Oh, we had a couple more come out. Is that the last? Anything else for Cancer? And Cancers, I would love to know if any Cancers have been affected by Jupiter in Gemini, or Jupiter in Cancer. Because Cancer, this is the first time you've had Jupiter in your sign in 12 years. So I want to know if any Cancers feel like they've been affected, if they've had anything good happen, if your luck feels like it's starting to improve. I just want to get a more idea of how it's affecting your life. So, oh my gosh, this is so weird, Cancer. This is the exact same card that came out first for the last sign. Big happy changes. You've got big happy changes. I told you, Jupiter is in Cancer. You guys, if you have not started feeling this, Cancers, I hope you start feeling these big happy changes. You have to trust in this and choose a new direction, like choose to be happy, choose to have this good stuff happen because it's perfect timing for it. And listen to your intuition. Oh my gosh, Cancer, of anybody who has intuition, it's you. You're ready. You're so ready for the success. I feel like some Cancers have been ready. It might not be the right time right now. If you feel like it's not, that's okay. Hold on. You're still ready and it's still coming. So listen to your intuition. Okay. All right. You did get the perfect timing. So I think it cancels out the not right timing. I think that got canceled out. I think this is it. It's at 18 degrees of Cancer right now and almost smack dab in the middle of Cancer. I feel like most Cancers are going to be able to begin, if they have not already begun to get whatever good they can out of this Jupiter, they're going to begin getting it. Because like if you're in the later degrees of Cancer, you're going to start feeling it now. Like anything in the 20s. So let's see what we're going to tell the sign of Leo. What are we telling Leo? I just realized we're at the last sign. Leo. Leo, Leo, Leo. Leo. Okay, Leo. And you guys, thank you so much with your patience for me. It's just, when you get up to be my age, some days you have enough energy and some days you need to rest. I've just gotten to that where I have to store up my energy for the right moments. And I was so sick this past week. It was hard. It was a hard week. I want to know if anyone else did have difficulty with 999. Would love to hear your 999 stories, because it was all about letting go and starting over and releasing and just this whole regeneration, endings and regenerating. So I would love to hear anyone's 999 story. We've seen such endings over the last few days. And, I just wanted to hear if anyone else has their own 999 story. So it looks like we've gotten the cards we need for the sign of Leo. Let's tell Leo what they are. Yes. I don't know what it is you want, Leo, but the first card you got was yes. So I think it's something good. Yeah, success. Leo has success coming. There's something better. And I think it's because we're about to go into Libra season, in about 8, 9 days, 10 days. And I think that when we get into Libra season, I think some Leos are going to have a really good time of it in the near future. Yep. Yes. Again, it's up to you. A peaceful resolution. No. Unlikely. Whatever that peaceful resolution. On the bottom of the deck, it is. Situation will improve. There it is. So I feel like some Leos, if you've been in a situation and, maybe you needed a resolution. Maybe you've been the person who's been battling with Scorpio, or someone's been battling with Scorpio. But, they're saying here it's up to you in the near future. There's something better. You don't have to be stuck in whatever this is. There could be success here. Okay, so if you've been in something that's been uncomfortable and you've been battling and arguing and disagreeing, you can fix that. You're not stuck in that. Just know that, especially if this is something that's been happening since the new moon and stuff like that, or on the new moon. I want people to be especially cautious about anything that, I would say from 9/7, at least 9/7, till 9/15, right? The end of this 9/9 energy. This 9/9 energy was so much stronger than any of us ever gave it credit for, ever. And it really did spell endings. I mean, I feel like it was very, very dark, and it was, we literally saw a death in front of our eyes. Very 999, very ending. I'm traumatized. Like I said, I thought I was going to die on 999. I really did myself. And then on 9/10 to have that happen. So this portal was a deeper, darker portal than any of us really gave it credit for. And because we're in a 9-year, I want everyone to wait till the energy of the 9/9 portal is completely clear. Take no chances, you guys. Take no chances, okay? Anyway, much love to you. Thank you for getting through this live with me. Much love to you. And, we talked about a lot of deep things tonight, a lot of deep things. And it's okay if you too are traumatized. It is what it is. All we can do is put out positive energy. Remember, our words are our magic, right? Our words are our magic, okay? And make sure we're putting out positive, magical, uplifting, healing words all the time, as much as possible. Because I catch myself saying negativity sometimes, but if we can catch ourselves and put more positive out, then we can undo the negativity, right? We can maybe combat whatever this Uranus in Gemini retrograde is right now, because that's what we're dealing with. Okay. Much love to everybody. Many blessings. And I'll be back. I'm going to talk about that Uranus retrograde soon. We'll be talking about that, okay? Much love to you. Mwah.